This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Deshae Renee Motley.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast Live. Are you in need of a general contractor that also does bathroom and kitchen remodeling and wood window restoration? One might be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Kyle Pentecoast, with One Call Enterprises. Kyle, how's it going?
Outstanding. It's a beautiful day out there, isn't it?
Absolutely. So, for those hearing about your business for the first time, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, we used to be in the construction business, build very large homes. Did that until about 2010. We got out of that in there. And then I got back into the business and started doing kitchen and bath remodels and small general contractor repairs like handyman services. And we built that up, and now we do kitchen and bath remodels. And then we also specialize in wood window restoration in Houston. And we're one of the only 3 people in Houston that are qualified to do that work.
What a great introduction there. I am curious, how did it all get started for you?
Well, back in 2010, when we first started this business, I wanted to get into a business where I didn't have to worry about having a job. I had a job before that. In fact, I've only had a job for 3 years in my entire career. I've always been an entrepreneur. But I got back into this business building and remodeling. And I've been doing that since 2010. I originally started in 1977 building houses. So I've been in it for quite a while.
You definitely learned a lot through your experiences. Can you tell us a little bit more on what inspired you to initially get into this business?
Well, I used to work with my dad, and it was very interesting. I like working with my hands. So what happened is when I got out of the Navy in 1978, I went into college and I started doing remodeling and just general repair work. And I liked it so much that I stayed in it. And I built that up to a business doing new construction in West University. We built about 8 to 10 houses a year. They were anywhere from $350,000 to $500,000. And those houses today that I built that I sold for $50,000 to $500,000, they're selling for $1.5 to $2 million. So the people that bought the houses from me made out like a bandit. But I got out of the business for about 3 years, and my wife convinced me that I was good at it. So she got me back in. So I started doing small jobs. I didn't want to do anything big. If I can't finish it in 30 days, or it costs me $150,000, I can refer it out. But I keep the small jobs and do those. And the reason I do is because as a general contractor, we're a little spot on our back. And as the job goes bigger, it becomes a target. So you get in trouble with your customers because they're fighting with each other over the price or whatever. So I didn't want to deal with that anymore. So I keep the job short, under a certain amount of money. All of my customers are my friends, and I get lots of repeat business from them.
Wow, I love hearing the stories behind successful businesses. So let's talk about something people may not realize. What's one thing people often get wrong about your industry?
Well, one of the things that people get very wrong is they think they need to get 3 estimates for every job. That means that 2 people are going to waste their time, and the guy you picked probably might not be the right one either because you didn't check that guy. Those guys, all you cared about was the price. And price is not the most important part of the job. The most important part is does the person know what they're doing? Are they going to do a good job? And if the references are good, make sure that they finish the job, come back, warranty their work, and you don't have a problem.
I appreciate you clearing that up. So let's talk about the people you serve. So who benefits most from what you offer?
Anybody. If you live in a house, you got to have something to it.
Absolutely.
So, electric conditioning, we don't sell as subcontractors out, but since I've been in this for so long, I'm the best in the business for me. They're all subcontractors, they're all insured, they do very good work, they come with really good references, plus we have good reviews and good references too. So, and that's what happens is they double by me. They're not going to go to unless they're doing the kind of work I expect them to do.
Absolutely. And what works best for attracting new customers for you?
Well, since we've been in business for so long, and we market right now to about 1,000 realtors. And we do after inspection repair quotations for them to assist them in closing their transactions. And what happens is their buyers and or their sellers will hire us to do the work that needs to be done on their houses.
Wow, it sounds like you've definitely built some great relationships. So I want to ask you something a little different. Have you ever considered starting a podcast for your business?
Not really. I mean, I'd like to do it. I've got it set up where I can do it. I'm sitting on a podcast right now. I've got the microphones, the cameras, I've got it all set up. Because I do a lot of Zoom calls constantly. And most of my customers, they get in touch with the Zoom to me, they ask me questions and I answer the questions. And I like to do because it makes it so I can work and do their work at the same time.
Most definitely. So let's step away from business for a moment so our listeners can get to know you a little bit better. What does your perfect day off look like?
Day off? What's going to happen at 5 o'clock today? I'm going to my library a really nice, expensive burgundy wine.
I love that.
They go over to my library about 4 nights a week.
Very cool. So it's definitely always great hearing the person behind the business. But before we wrap up, I do have one last question for you. If listeners remember just one thing about your business, what would you want it to be?
Quality. And as far as the tree his house it's mine. And most contractors, they don't care. When they're gone, I'm gone. When I'm gone, I'm still there.
That's definitely a valuable takeaway there. So please tell our listeners the best way to connect with you or learn more about One Call Enterprises.
Well, they can go to our website, which we call corp.com, ONEALLCOR.com. It gives all the services there, and you can click on any of the services, gives you a destination. It's got about 300 pages in it. Took me 2 years to build it myself, not my person with the site. We also do realtor magnet. So if you've got realtors that are out there to look at this podcast, we can assist them in making sure that every deal we do, you're going to have a valid quote for the service that they get through their inspection. So after inspection, quotations, and then provide that system to them on a 24-hour basis using a platform built ourselves. And then third, like I said, wood window restoration. There's only 3 of them used to really do this correctly. And I work down, most of them down area. And one in the Galveston area, the other one was Katy, northwest, up in there. But it's a very involved, very labor-intensive process, and the people need to know what they're doing. And that's why somebody that's very qualified to ruin those, and you have to pay to replace them. And you can do repair at about 1/5 of the price of replace. Plus, windows are looking for about 10. And when I finish the windows, it's for another 100.
Wow. Well, Kyle, I really appreciate you being on the show. We wish you and your business the very best moving forward.
Would you like 833-800-4444? And that goes right to my assistant. I'll either pick it up on my cell phone or I'll pick it up in the office.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnphouston.com. That's gnphouston.com. Or call 346-643-4871.